I get asked a lot what my everyday go-to look is, and of course this changes depending on what I'm experimenting with, what future products we're creating, but my go-to at the moment is incorporating a few key pieces like Hybrid Eye Pigment Meteorite and Cheek Lip Tint Grounded, and I love these as a base for any look that I'm creating, whether I intensify the lip color or pair it right back. Let me show you my current favorites and how I love to use them. I'm going to start by putting a little bit of concealer around my eyes, so I'm going to just tap my fingertip in to my 1.5. I like to use my fingertips to blend in concealer foundation around the eye area. The warmth from the fingertips helps to blend this into the delicate skin and making it really nice and seamless. You don't need much, a little bit goes a very long way. Next, I'm going to use a mix of Concealer Foundation 2.0 and 2 drops of serum primer just to give a lighter coverage and a lot more hydrating, and mixed together creates a beautiful liquid foundation. A nice circular motion skimming this across the face helps for seamless application, and you're not applying too much product at a time, so you're really applying the most minimal amount of product and using it in an intelligent way with the tips of these bristles. Helps to get it across the entire surface area of the skin, so it helps to diffuse the product into place. So you don't really need to use much at all to get a nice coverage. And it's buildable too, so going really gently and easily. Next, I'm going to use Cheek Lip Tint Grounded. I love this color for an everyday look. It's perfect because it brings all the warmth that happens in here up into the face without being an over-the-top color. This is just a really nice neutral shade to add a little bit of warmth to the face. I'm using it with our buffer brush to buff this into the cheeks. I'm gonna go just gently around the hairline as well, just to give the overall appearance of warmth to the face. So that's balancing up the warmth nicely with the rest of my body without bringing too much pink into my face all over. Next, I'm going to add a pop of color to the cheeks, and Ascend is a great one to make blue eyes pop. Then I'm going to layer on Radiant Star. This is great to add a little bit of vitality to the skin. So I'm going to just use that as a highlighter just on the tops of my cheekbones. Gives a little bit of a pinky glow and that beautiful vitality. Next, I like to powder my eyes before my eye makeup because our Prep Finish powder creates a beautiful grippy texture. It's a really, really great eye primer, and this will prep my eyes for my eye makeup. And a little bit of powder just on the T-zone too. Next, I'm using Meteorite, Hybrid Eye Pigment Meteorite, as a bit of a one-stop shop for my eyes, for my eyebrows, and as an eyeliner. So I will go in first as a brow with, I really like this fan brush for eyebrows because it defines the brow shape, but it also drags the product through the hairs on the brows. So it helps Hybrid Eye Pigment cling to the hairs, creating a nice natural look. Then I'm going to add a little bit of Meteorite to the contours of my eyes just to open them up a little bit more. So blending this under the brow bone really softly, and Hybrid Eye Pigment is great to do this. It's layerable and blends beautifully. I'm also going to add a little bit of Hybrid Eye Pigment Meteorite underneath the bottom lashes. So just skimming it under there with the fan brush is nice and quick and easy. And then finishing the eyes with a little bit of Onyx Gel Liner. This is amazing to frame the eyes, to make the lashes look really dense and strong. I'm going to press it into the base of the lash line. So you don't need to draw a fancy thick line with your brush. You can just stamp it in right at the base of the lashes. And this will create thicker, fuller looking lashes. And it's particularly good for those of us who've got slightly hooded, droopy eyes, and it will stay on the lashes and frame your eyes really nicely. And of course, some Lift Lengthen mascara. Then I'm going to finish off with lips. Because I've pulled out both Ascend and Grounded today, I'm going to do a little bit of a combination. I'm going to mix those together so I get a nice neutral coral. Grounded is amazing. It's so great for warming up the complexion. I love it to mix in with any of our cheek lip tints to create a nude version of the color. It's an absolute makeup artist's dream, this color. We get so much feedback. Everybody loves it. It's a perfect shade to have in your kit. There's my go-to look at the moment. My looks change and I'm always trying new things and new combinations. But at the moment, I love the ease of using Meteorite on my brows as my eyeliner on my eyes. And I absolutely love incorporating Grounded into everyday looks.